Time Warner Cable's local edition. I'm Brad Pomerance. Chelsea Hogan is here today. She is with a museum, I'll call it that for a moment, called ESMOA. It's in El Segundo. Tell us about ESMOA.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we call it an art laboratory, so
right.
I like that you said
exactly.
that. It started at the end of January of last year, so we're a little over a year old. We have changing exhibitions or experiences, as we call them.
And we'll talk about those, but let's go back to this whole notion of what is ESMOA? An art lab, a museum. What does that mean, Chelsea?
Yeah, I love it. So we really want to change the way that people experience art and go through an art museum.
Good for you.
I know, we just want to change the world, that's all. So one of the features of that is we really want to be able to play and experiment. So, you know, for instance, we mess around with exhibition design. Like, we don't just consider the art to go on the walls. We'll put art on the floor. We'll hang art from the ceiling. We don't do labels on the walls, which is a little bit hard sometimes.
So how do you know what you're looking at?
Well, we have actually a couple of different interpretive features. So for instance, I'm an education specialist. I have my bachelor's in art history. I have my master's in museum education.
You're that person?
I consider myself qualified to sort of be there.
As do I.
So I'm always here, or there, I should say, as is my colleague, or it's usually one or the other. So there's always an expert there. But then we also have iPads stationed on either side of the gallery where you can actually look at a grid system. So if you have a real interest in a particular artwork, you're looking at it, you're admiring it, you have all those questions like when was it made, who made it, what's it made of, you can go to the grid and you can push that button and find all that information.
So it becomes, it becomes interactive.
Absolutely, and we're not depriving you of that information. We're just kind of putting it somewhere else so that you can have that extra few seconds to really look and enjoy a work of art, because the average person only looks at a work of art for 4 seconds.
Is that true?
So, yeah.
And so what you're doing is in a way, you're kind of forcing that person to take that extra step, which makes them, in my opinion, more vested in their experience.
Absolutely, that's exactly what we're thinking. You know, so our position is not to like come from this elitist place, like you should know like what this artwork is about. Instead, we're giving you that extra time instead of just rushing immediately and hearing what one person has to say about an artwork and you know, spending all the time looking at the label versus the work of art.
So you're really pushing the envelope right now with an exhibition called Scratch. It's going to be in the art lab through September. Tell us about Scratch. What's its focus?
Yes, so we've called it our graffiti show, but really it's about the human impulse to make a mark. And it's about also the specific thing that happened in 2012, where 150 graffiti artists were invited to the Getty Research Institute after prompting an organization from a collector named Ed Sweeney. So he basically contacted the Getty Research Institute and said, you guys need to know about the graffiti artists in LA.
It's interesting you mentioned that. I had the honor a few years ago to do a documentary about the LA River.
Oh, wow.
And within the LA River, there is some, how do I say this, sanctioned graffiti art, unsanctioned graffiti art. It's hard to tell the difference because a lot of it is quite beautiful.
Yes.
I mean, is that a faux pas to say?
No, not at all. And actually, I think that's part of what we do in this show. Like all art too, I mean, there's good graffiti and there's bad graffiti. There's graffiti that's sanctioned, like you say. There's graffiti that's unwelcome. There also, you know, there are aspects of it that kind of cross over, you know, because graffiti in its origin really did start as a way to sort of go against the dominant paradigm. So if you're doing graffiti, you are doing something by nature that's a little bit, you know,
but it's going mainstream.
It's going mainstream, and I think everybody really, from 2 to 92, from various backgrounds, can walk into the Scratch show, be totally surrounded by these murals, and notice
it is at ESMOA, which is on Main Street in El Segundo. Chelsea, thanks for joining us. I'm Brad Palmer at this Time Warner Cable's local edition.